Hello guys. Okay, so today I'm going to be doing another video. Oh my god. So I kind of want to try to start doing videos more, and Christmas is coming up. That's why I'm wearing this to kind of look a little Christmassy, but I want to do a Christmas special effects makeup today. So that's what we're going to be doing today. I was meaning to do this yesterday. Not that it's going to matter because like I'm not going to post it right away because I have another video that's scheduled to post, but I thought it would have been better to do it yesterday, but things have been kind of rocky, so I didn't get a chance to do that. But yeah, we're gonna go ahead and get started. These beginning parts are kind of self-explanatory, so I'm just doing like regular basic makeup right now. I'm not gonna record all of it. I've already mentioned before, I have storage problems, so that's kind of the main reason. The main part I want to get is into like the actual special effects stuff. So I'm probably gonna go ahead and like do foundation on that off camera, but then come back with all the actual fun stuff. So I don't want to bore you or waste my storage, but also I guess a few things I want to touch upon is that um I am doing some other Christmas videos, shorts to be exact. I would like eventually to actually do videos on it, but I'm still trying to figure things out. I have this ornament one I'm getting ready to work on, which I'll show on the screen somewhere, and also the Grinch, so stay tuned for those. I also just ordered a bunch of stuff off Temu, so eventually I'll be doing like a Temu full face video. So check out and keep a lookout for that. And yeah, I'll be back when I get all my stuff. Okay, so my basic makeup is done, foundation, etc. So now I guess on to the special effects stuff. Let's get the foundation off my lips, but I have this grease makeup that I got from Halloween like a couple years ago. I never got a chance to get a new one. There's kind of color on it, so hopefully it shows up right, but I'm just gonna make us like a stitch kind of thing go down. So I guess I'll just start making lines kind of like that all the way up. I might have to go back over them, but it's just kind of like a reference, I guess. It's kind of hard to see because this lighting is like really bright for some reason. I don't really know how exactly to fix it, but do that. So we got that. Now we're gonna go in with the eyeliner and just like draw a line, but try to make sure that like you don't draw it on the white. Kind of like that, but through all of them. Find a place to stop like that and just kind of do it all the way up. I'm gonna do that part off camera because it's kind of hard, but also what I'm gonna do is draw lines next to, not right there, but next to here, so it looks like stitching, and just do that all the way up. Now we got this. I'm gonna add some like brown eyeshadow, like light brown going down it, just to kind of give it some dimension, so it doesn't look, so it kind of looks more like 3D. So we're gonna go ahead and do that. Kind of like that, but you want to give a little bit of space by it, so maybe I should use my smaller brush so I feel like I have more control of exactly what I'm doing, but kind of give like a little space like that and just do it all the way up. So that's what I'll be doing, both sides. But yeah, this is gonna be a Christmas look, so we're gonna add some other Christmassy stuff, but this is kind of just the idea that I have of what I want to do. So I'm gonna finish this off camera. Also, I'm not exactly done with this part, but kind of getting the gist of it. I guess I wanted to say something real quick about if you like this video, or if you liked any other videos, or if you've watched my shorts, and if you're not subscribed yet, I love that I'm gonna be this person. Please subscribe if you enjoy, because I'm on the road to 50 subscribers, and if I reach that before the New Year's, then I will be dyeing my hair. I know, crazy, right? I will be dyeing my hair if we reach that goal. And the reason why I'm hyping it so much, I guess I want to talk about that, is because once I reach 50 subscribers, I get to go live. And the reason why I'm like pushing for that and I'm really excited for that is because since I do art, like paintings and stuff, I feel like it would be cool if I could just go live and do that sometimes, especially since it takes a long time, and I feel like it'd be better to connect with you guys. So that's why I'm so hyped about it, and I am doing a goal for it. I'm not saying I won't do goals for any other time, because each and one of you is important, and I thank you all for supporting my channel and my art. It's nice to know that people actually enjoy seeing what I do, so that's kind of crazy, you know. It's an exciting thing, especially since growing up, I felt like people didn't seem to really like what I do. I have a lot of family that doesn't really care what I do necessarily. I don't want to say that they don't care, but they're not as in tune with it as I am. So I feel like I'm just like talking to a brick wall when I talk to people who I'm close with about my passions. So it kind of gives it a better experience for me to be able to share it with somebody, which would be you guys. So that's awesome. So if you would please hit that subscribe button, but we're gonna move on to the next step. You kind of get the gist, and we'll be right back. Okay, so now that part's done. Kind of see what's happening here. I want to add like a button somewhere on it, but since it's like Christmassy, I want to add like a peppermint looking button. So, part of this I did kind of, I want to say fluked, because we don't want, you know, the eyeliner on there. Oops, almost ruined that. But so I guess I'll just put the button like right there maybe, and just maybe kind of scrape a little bit of that off, just so I can do what I'm gonna do, because white on top of black isn't really gonna do what it should. So I'm gonna just get my eyeshadow palette that has like most of the colors that I'll be using for this kind of thing, and just go in with the red, which I have used a lot. That's probably like my reddest red I have that looks kind of red. Just kind of do that, and I guess do a circle. And you might have to, do it a few times to get extra pigment on there, but yeah, we'll get that going. I'm using my grease makeup to make the peppermint. That didn't work, so I'm gonna use this white eyeliner pencil, because I feel like that's just gonna be easier, because I want it to look a certain way. That grease makeup is not really the best thing for smaller areas, for certain. So let's just try to do that to make it look like a peppermint if I can. It's kind of a pain. Kind of get the swirl, like the swirl pattern. I'm going to have to probably go back in with the eyeshadow. But you kind of get the swirl pattern. I'm going to do it off camera, but in the middle too, I want it to be red, so I'm going to try to fix that. But you kind of get the gist. I hope you don't mess up on it as bad as I did if you are following along with this. Okay, that's the best I could do with this small area given, because I don't have very small brushes either. So if you have a smaller brush, it's definitely going to be easier for you. I definitely should invest in one. But we want to make it look like a button too, so we're gonna get our eyeliner. There we go. Okay, we gotta get our eyeliner, and just like a button, we're gonna do just 4 dots, like how a button has where you can sew through it. just do dun, dun, like that. It's kind of a little bit messy though. And me, I want to kind of add a little bit of dimension, if I'm being honest. So I'm going to take my brush, get kind of a darker color. If not, kind of mixed colors. So I might mix like a red with a black. And just go around the button to kind of give some dimension. I don't want it too dark, so I'll just lighten up, go around it, kind of smooth it out, fix what I messed up, and I'll be back. So that's what it looks like. Could be better, could be worse. It's kind of difficult because it's small and it's right in the middle of my face. But we're gonna go on the next step and do pretty much the same thing with the cheeks. Not like the whole thing, but peppermint cheeks. Yay! So just to start, so I don't mess up with the color because we struggled so bad there. I'm just gonna outline circles with this white eyeliner pencil. So just do some circles. Try to make it as even as possible, and there's outline circles on both sides. Alright, so I have that done. Now I'm gonna go and I'm gonna do the swirlies with the white first because that was just painful. So we'll just be like, okay, this is the middle of middle, and go ahead and start kind of trying to get the swirl vibe going. It's kind of can be like my pencil, you know. So you kind of can see that there's the swirl vibe going. I hope I have it kind of even out a little bit because I don't want it to look too bad, but you kind of get the gist of that. So we're gonna go ahead and do that. I'm gonna do that on the other side. I might fix this one up a little bit, but you start in the middle and you kind of like give yourself some triangles, shapes. It should work out. Alright, so that's kind of what we're working with here. And obviously the empty spots will be red, and then I'll do a ring of dimension because I feel like that's the main thing that just brings it all to life. Without that, I might as well probably not be doing this. Well, I mean, I don't know if I want to say that. I guess it would still be cool, but depth. It's all about depth with me. If I didn't have depth in my my makeup stuff when I did stuff like this, it probably would not look cool at all, to be honest, because like I'm not the best like makeup artist. I work with what I have, but I don't really have all the proper materials, so I kind of just wing it and try to get creative with it a little bit. I'm not gonna say that I'm the best, so that's for sure, but I guess this is just kind of an easy way to do it if you wanted to follow along or do it and just see how it is, and maybe it will give you some ideas because it's more that you have to have patience than it is necessarily difficult, I guess. Practice makes perfect, you know that saying. If you practice, eventually you can pretty much do whatever it is that you're wanting to do. And I've been practicing makeup for a while, so but I'm not like the greatest at it. It does take years and years of practice with some of the stuff, but I'm hoping one day to get better with this, but that's kind of what it's looking like right now. That's what I'm saying. Dimension is key. I wish I could have like put 6 of each, but I don't have small enough tools for that, so it's not gonna be exactly how I want it to be, but I guess it's better than nothing. So we're gonna do that. I also want to kind of do a ring around it a little bit. So add that in there, a light shade just to circle around it before we get too crazy. Just to get that dimension, which will add more like darker colors, but just right now, just putting a light ring around it, kind of help it a little bit, give it some. Cause I feel like that already kind of, you see, it already kind of like did something there. So once you do more, it's like, whoa. So that you're just gonna do that on the same side. This is kind of what it's looking like so far. So I will do like a not like all the way out to here. You can kind of see how thick it is, but I'm gonna like in the inner do a darker like circle for dimension. I'm gonna do that off camera though because my storage is running low and I still kind of got a little bit to go. So we're gonna do that and I'll be right back. And this is kind of what it'd be looking like, kind of like cold vibe, but you know, we have like red cheeks when it's cold, but instead it's like peppermints. So it's kind of the best I could do with what I have right now. But next, I'm gonna like give myself like a light necklace, you know, like Christmas lights. So we're gonna go in with this once again, and I'm gonna try to be quick about it, but basically just kind of make a necklace like so. But you want it to kind of be thick, so I'm gonna do that part off camera because I'm running out of storage. So that's that. You see this little square thing or rectangular thingy thing. So we're gonna start the lights at. So I'm gonna have them like around. I'm just gonna just quickly show one just because storage problems. I really do apologize. This stuff takes so long. So I'm kind of just gonna take like, well, you can do any color you want. This one in particular, I'm gonna do green and kind of just like get some color going around it. Not like anything too crazy, but kind of like a, you know how the shape of a light bulb looks, so kind of like a kind of a triangular shape a little bit. You get that like that, so it looks like there's light, kind of. And because of the fact that, you know, realistically it's not gonna light up, we want to give it the illusion that it is. So this is when the grease makeup comes into play, and just take some of the grease makeup and kind of give it the effect that it's lighting up in a sense like that. So I'm gonna go ahead and do it all the way around and then we'll be back. Okay, so we got that part done. Now we're moving on to next. I'm gonna do lips. It's gonna be very basic. It's gonna kind of give like a Pearl from SpongeBob kind of vibe, you know, with like the heart shape lips, I guess we'll call it. So it'll be kind of like start from there, start from here, here, that, that. But shape it out more. So then the sides aren't nothing. I'm gonna do that off camera though. And this is what we mean by Pearl from SpongeBob. I've never seen me do this before, so it looks kind of goofy. So I'm kind of laughing at myself right now, but it's kind of what we mean. And I was giving like old time royalty vibes too, kind of. So that's funny. But next, what we're gonna do is our eyes, and it's kind of gonna be the same thing, like high, lifted up, kind of stuff. If I could find my stuff, hold on, I'm gonna find it real quick. I'll be right back. Okay, so I'm not gonna go completely step by step with this because just eyeshadow, you can kind of tweak it how you want. But I'm just gonna go with the red theme and kind of keep it up high, so really, really close to the eyebrow. Honestly, if you're good with like making your eyebrows disappear, you probably could get by with doing that too. Cause we're looking up for like something really, really high up, which I might try to do the eyebrow thing, but I'll be back when that's all said and done. Alright, so this is the final look. That's the final look. So if you guys enjoyed, feel free to like and subscribe as always. I'm trying to get into this thing of making long form content. It's hard. You have to plan what you're gonna do, get the stuff to do it, video, record it, etc., etc. And I like to do it when I feel like doing it. And what I mean by that is like when I have more of me to offer and I don't want to be lame and boring and bore you guys and not say much of anything and just sit here and not talk about nothing. So I'm trying to get that figured out. When spring comes up, I'm gonna be having more of a plan to try to work towards something such as getting proper equipment for all this. So hopefully in the future sometime, I don't know how soon, but in the future sometime, hopefully I have this thing all figured out and can provide better stuff. But I appreciate you guys watching if you watched, and I hope you like the look, and peace.